Morning. Here's the belated backyard tour. And this is the overgrown octagon garden, which the Achillea has completely taken over. So I will have to be figuring out what to do about that. Sunflowers, which I was going to pull out, I left a few, but I left a few more than I probably should have. So I'll be taking those out, maybe. Sea buckthorn, verbascum, snow and summer, my one rose. One rose. So hopefully there'll be more. There's a few buds. Hibiscus is coming. And let's see, you're going to see my shadow in a minute. We'll see. This, under this red bush, is a spot where the bunny hangs out in the cool, in the afternoon. I didn't think it would go there with the stones around it, but it doesn't have a problem, so that's good. This is another bunny spot. This is my chaotic area in front of the shed. There is actually 2 less bags there, but still too many. So I'm working on it. I'm going to turn this off while the street cleaner goes by. Apparently the bunny does not care about the noise of the street cleaner. Having some breakfast. So the street cleaner is gone for moments. Usually they don't really do a good job, but because I think I have stones out front, they're making a point. Anyway, it is what it is. So you can see that the slugs have attacked all the hollyhocks and the zinnias that I put in. Hopefully some of them will survive. This hollyhock has been here since last year. It's doing well. This hollyhock was out front and gorgeous last year, but I put it back here in the spring and it has struggled. I really hope it survives because it had last year the most beautiful deep pink blossoms on it. So fingers crossed. Have a line of sunflowers that some I put in and most of them just sort of grew here, so I left them. Ooh, big bumblebee. And a little more tick seed. Ooh, there he is. I love that. And the street cleaner is coming by again. This will be the 4th time. So I'm going to leave this on. Or not. I trimmed the raspberry, so it has fewer canes, but it still has quite a few on it, so we'll see. It started to look a bit bad earlier this week, and I've watered it a lot more. I'm hoping it's just dry, not diseased, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to wait and see on that one. The grape that I put in is struggling but alive, so I'll take it. It's got a little bit of shade from that really strong afternoon sun from the sunflower and the daisies, so hopefully that'll help it along. Moved all of my chard. I moved all of my chard into here because the cucumber died, so There's not going to be any cucumber this year, slugs. And I harvested half of the leeks. They're all going to seed, so I'll basically just be using them for soups and stews, broths and things, because they're a bit off now, but still good enough for that. Let's see. Onions are coming slowly. Nasturtiums just grew there, so I left them. The mash is looking pretty good. Ready to harvest some of it. Garlic should be ready soon. Corn's up, a little bit taller. Everything looks kind of pathetic. I'm not putting more into the beds because I actually have a back surgery coming up, so I won't be able to do the garden the same way for a while. It was supposed to be in July. Now it looks like it's August, but that I didn't planning on it being in July, so there's that. The side garden here is starting to show some color. And those little trees bounced back without my help. They are straight-ish. The peas have been a miserable failure this year. There's ones on there, but it's been bad. I lost most of them to slugs, so. Strawberries still struggling. I think the soil isn't good. I think the soil that I bought as compost turned out to be mostly sand. The area where I put my own compost in is where they seem to be doing better. The area where I put the store-bought compost in, they're not. So, and the asparagus just keeps getting bigger. And more little things were popping out the other day. Oh, maybe they got, no, there's one down there. Don't know if you can see it. There's one there. Anyway, that's it. Oh, and if anyone can identify this nasty bug, where'd it go? There's a insect that attacks the bees. It literally waits till a bee is on the flower, jumps on the bee's back, and rips the wings off the bee so the bee can no longer fly. And I assume it's going to die then. And it looks kind of like a bee or a wasp. And it acts like a hoverfly. But anyway, it's very aggressive, and it'll have one pollinator, and there's another one that flies around attacking the other bees to keep them off the flowers. It's very weird and not good. So there we are, the ever popular catmint, and it is growing back in the center because I've been watering the center. It just kind of flops, usually after when we have a snow and it can't handle it, and then it tries to come back. So I water the center, and then it comes up in the middle and just stays huge. The bugs love it. So yeah, and I guess one other thing that started to flower is this achillea. Which I bought last year. One of those, the plant is dying, do you want it for $1? And I bought it, and it came back. So that's great. So that's it. Not much new. California poppies, cheerful as ever. And that's it, probably for the tours for a bit. I will hopefully be back with some more progress on the garden next time I do a tour. Bye for now. Mountain daisies in the backyard. You can't really tell in this light, but they are pink. It looks like the sun is shining on them, making them look whitish, but they're not. They're pink. So, I don't know what happened.